8-9, 9-8, however you want to call it. The 8-9 Minnesota Vikings are coming. You know, this is my game review from the just heartbreaking, unfortunate loss that we had to the San Francisco 49ers. And I wanted to sleep on this because, honestly, I was just demotivated after the game yesterday. I was going to hop on here and make a couple videos. But this team just knows how to suck the life out of me. This team knows how to make it just so hard to support them. And it is just, it is honestly, I had a tough time sleeping last night just thinking about how wrong that game went, just how frustrated I was. But anyways, don't want to get too high, too low. I feel like as fans on a Monday, it's either a victory Monday or it's like the worst loss Monday you can think of. Don't want to get too high, too low, but I'm going to be talking about the game because I really do think the Vikings are going to end up 9-8, 8-9, maybe win a playoff game, but that's their ceiling. This Vikings team, it kind of showed who they were yesterday as a whole. Just it kind of wrapped up the whole season. And I just thought it was very symbolic, this loss that we had yesterday. And that's what we're talking about in this video. Thank you guys so much for watching this channel. It's been honestly a ton of fun. But anyways, we're going to be talking about the Vikings loss to the 49ers yesterday. Let's get right into it. All right, so I just thought this loss symbolized the Vikings as a whole. This season, it just really, it really symbolized, it summed it up perfectly. You know, the Vikings this whole year, we've been trying to dig out of the hole we kind of buried ourselves in after the first 2 weeks. We were 0-2. We bounced back against Seattle. We have that Seattle game. You know, we're feeling good going into Cleveland. You're like, this is the game we turn it around. We have a letdown. You're like, okay, we're 1-3. Whatever. We got Detroit and Carolina before our bye. Let's just go win those. And we do. We win those, and we're like, all right, we're 500. We got the Dallas Cowboys at home. You know, no Dak Prescott. This is our chance to really, like, take the league and, like, just get some real momentum going into something. We lose. And then we're like, all right, whatever. We got Baltimore next week. We lose. Another letdown. And then it's like, all right, we're 3-5. Everybody's saying fire Zimmer. We bounce back with 2 huge wins in LA and then our rival, the Packers, at home. And then we're like, all right, we're 500. We got a playoff game against San Francisco. And we lose. If you're trying to see the theme here, it's the Vikings are like, they keep us around just enough. You know, it's that toxic relationship where they're giving you just enough to keep you interested, and then they take it all away. It is absolutely incredible that any time this year, when this team, this was the first week where I saw the Vikings top 10 in power rankings. Going into the week, I've seen them top 10 about almost everywhere. They've been floating around the 10 to 12 range, but a lot of power rankings, I've seen them either at 9 or 10. They will not be there this week. And the thing is, that is hilarious. You look at this team, you look at how talented they are, and then you just look at that record. You know, you are what your record says you are. The Vikings are a 5-6 football team, and I think they play like it. You know, and if we're just talking about X's and O's going into the game yesterday, Kirk Cousins, that is who he is. That symbolized who Kirk Cousins is. You know, Kirk has been great this year. He's played out of his mind. He's played above average. I have been nothing but happy. I would probably rate him at a B+, even A-, if you're talking about all the games before yesterday. But then a game like yesterday comes. And I'm not here trying to bash Kirk because I think that would be kind of low of me. But this is who he is. We have a ton of injuries on defense. The refs, I will get into the refs in about a minute and a half. The refs aren't giving you any calls. And you still have a chance. Robbie Gould misses that field goal. And you have a minute 50, no timeouts. And the Niners just pretty much gifted you a chance to go tie the game and win it in overtime. If that's Tom Brady, that's Aaron Rodgers, that's Russell Wilson, if that's one of these more upper tier quarterbacks, you make them pay. You make him pay for leaving Adam Thielen. I know he did catch the ball, but you drill him. You hit that. You make him pay on that 4th and 8 to Justin Jefferson, and you don't sail it 3 yards over his head. It's just Kirk, he was off today. He was jumpy. The pocket felt tighter for him, and he looked smaller. I don't know what it is, but when Kirk wears the all whites, he looks smaller than he actually is. And he played smaller than he actually is yesterday. The thing, he just needs to learn how to at least escape some pressure. If he's not hitting his throw perfectly on time every time, the play's dead, which is the most unfortunate part. Also, Kene Wangu, get him the effing football. Again, video out this week. Get him the damn football. 2, how do the Vikings lose both games this year when they get kick returns for touchdowns? Somebody comment that stat. The team's records when they get a kick return for a touchdown. Let me know what it is, because the Vikings are 0-2 in those games right now, which is baffling to me. Where is KJ Osborne? Teams are starting to double Thielen and Jefferson. They're starting to give us the Belichick, where you bring two safeties down, you bracket Thielen and Jefferson. Where the hell is KJ Osborne? Because another slight on Kirk yesterday. Staring. You saw it on that interception. He is just staring people down. He was terrible yesterday. No, he wasn't terrible yesterday, but he just wasn't good. He did not have a good game when we needed a quarterback to step up. When your quarterback makes $30 million, you go win a game like that on the road. When you have the weapons that you have, you go win that. One more play on offense I'm talking about, then I'll get into my, ref tangent. Dalvin Cook in the running game. I think Dalvin Cook's looked off this year. Since the bye, I don't think he's looked good. I thought he looked good before the bye, but since then, I don't think he's looked that good. I think Alexander Mattison has taken... What was the game? I think it wasn't Detroit. Yes, it was Detroit when he fumbled. Or no, Seattle, when he ran crazy. Since then, we have not seen the same Alexander Mattison. He looks slower. Also, they're trying to run him out of shotgun, which that doesn't make sense. He's a bigger dude. Let him get his legs churning before he goes. So get him in the backfield, go under center. Even though I hate when the Vikings go under center, but do that. He's taking a step back. Kene Wangu, get him the football. I think he's our best running back right now. And I know that sounds crazy going into the year. He might be our best weapon right now when it turns to handing the ball off. Because we cannot run, even with the Dalvin Cook. The line, I feel like I don't get it. We don't have a running game right now, and we have 2-3 great running backs. The line's been honestly decent, even though Mason Cole, we'll get into that probably later today. There'll be a video out on the offensive line and what they should do. But there's no real kind of smooth transition in the running game. Last thing, too. I hate blaming the refs. I never will do this. And I don't think the refs are the reason the Vikings lost. But if there was a pie chart of blame yesterday, I got to give the refs at least 35. They were, in key moments, they favored the Niners. There's 3 plays on top of my head. Thielen's catch was a catch. Straight up. That was just a catch. I don't know how you can't overturn that. I know it ended up not mattering and everything, but it was blatant. It was a blatant 20-yard catch that they just took away. KJ Osborne pass interference on the last drive. The corner met him 2 seconds before the ball. KJ's going up, hits his shoulder, and then KJ's looking, and then the ball goes by his head. It was like, how do you not see that? It was blatant pass interference. And then also Josh Norman taking a punch at Adam Thielen. Hey, Josh Norman, I'm going to quote Ben Lieber on Twitter. If you guys ever saw this yesterday, Ben Lieber tweets at Josh Norman, goes, "You're a punk-ass bitch." I would like to double that down, Josh Norman. You are a punk-ass bitch. That was below the belt. That was cheap. And the refs just let you get away with it. I thought the refs were terrible yesterday. And I didn't think they were terrible both sides. I will say this right now. They were terrible for the Vikings. Vikings did not get a single big-time call the entire game. The rest, throwing laundry on the field every time the Vikings did something. This is my game recap, game review. The 8-9, 9-8 Vikings are coming. I just think this is who they are, and we saw it yesterday. Thank you guys so much for watching. Skol Vikes.